I've just been like, I listen to you all the time.
Wow.
I listen to, recently I just seen that you interviewed Brandy, and like Brandy's one of my biggest inspirations vocally.
Wow.
So yeah, I was like, wow, it's a pleasure, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem. No problem at all. First of all, Rickstar. If you guys are not familiar with Rickstar, you're going to get familiar tonight. You know, here on Kempire Radio, we love to celebrate up and coming artists. And Rick, you've been doing this online campaign that's just been incredible for an up and coming artist.
Yeah.
How did all of this start for you? You're young guys, but how did all of this start for you?
Well, basically, I started off in a group at first, so I was perfecting my craft. Doing loads of shows, performing around London, performing around the UK, and then the group situation didn't work out for me. So I was in education also, so I had to kind of juggle the two together.
Hmm.
And I came out of education for like 3 years, and then I just said, you know what, let me go and try this as a solo artist, and I did it, and it was there was so much success.
You know,
So yeah.
Rick, how would you describe your sound of your music?
My sound is like, I like to call it new school Motown.
Mm.
I like to, like, because I pick up on the 21st century, and then I go back to the 60s and mix it together. So it's a mixture. I didn't want to do anything like the Chris Browns and the Trey songs, because I feel like a lot of people are trying to do that sound.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to try and do something different, come with something different. So yeah.
You know how Rick is calling all the way from London. How
Yeah.
does the London market differ compared to, let's say, U.S. music?
Well, the London market right now is trying to be like how the US was, like, say, 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And now the US market is trying to be like the UK, I feel. Because we've got like Rihanna with We Found Love. That's a really UK sound.
Mm.
And then we've got like different artists like coming from London doing this whole like R&B sound. Like we've got Emily Sandy, and we got Tiny Temper, we got Jessie J, and they're all like doing this R&B sound,
Hmm.
R&B, like very like R&B. So yeah,
We
I
can't.
just feel like I don't. Sorry,
No, I say we also can't forget Adele. You know, they just announced that
Adele, yes, and Adele as well.
her album
Adele,
22 million around the world. That's huge.
yes,
I mean,
very.
like I was saying in regards to comparing the U.S. market to London's market, do you feel like you've had better success because you're in London than you probably would have had here?
Um, I think I have had, because I'm independent, so I've been doing it all myself. So I feel that it's been on the same level. Like the US and the UK, they've been treating me the same, really.
Okay.
I was originally, I was, I'm from London, but I moved to New York when I was really young, like say 4 or 5.
Oh wow.
So I'm quite familiar with New York, and I go back there every year. So I was literally out there this year,
Oh, okay.
and my new video I just filmed out there in New York. So
Wow.
I'm quite, yeah, I've just been like doing my buzz over there and over here.
What is it like? Kind of because you're exposed to both markets. The New York market, which is huge in music here in the states,
Yeah.
and the market when it comes to going to do live performances. Is there a difference in the New York scene compared to the London scene?
I've never actually performed in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not performed in New York yet, because I've only been doing this for like, let's say like a year and a half now
Okay.
as a solo artist. So I have not been able to perform. I was meant to perform in New York about 4 months ago, but that got cancelled due
Okay.
to some refurbishment stuff. So I've just been performing around the UK a lot. And yeah, they love me over here. They love the sound that I've done. They love it. So yeah.
It seems like in Europe that they love that sort of old soul feeling over there. Especially because we've seen the success of a lot of the R&B acts like Jessie J and Adele
Yeah.
and Emily Sandy doing so well over there. If you guys just tuned in, I'm here with Rickstar calling all the way from London on Kempire Radio's TKIF.
What's up? What's up?
Rick, first of all, we celebrate up and coming artists here on the show. You mentioned a little bit about what your sound is like, but what is a Rickstar performance like? What can we expect when you do come to the States?
Oh gosh, the Rickstar performance is like, I really do study like the old school artists like Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, and I watch how they were on the stages back in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do like to bring that forth for my shows, for my gigs.
Yeah.
I also have like a girl group that make up like my kind of like the Supremes girl group. And you know how Ray Charles, he had his girl group as well, and I call them the Rickettes.
Oh, okay.
So basically they do all the routines, and we do the routines together, and then lots of people, they dance and join in. So it's really, the stage shows are really energetic, really energetic. We have like things like megaphones, we have props on the stage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's a really energetic performance, really.
Anytime we have singers come here on the show, we always ask them to sing a little bit of something.
Yeah.
I know you just dropped by the show, but can you sing a little something so people can get a sample of, who Rickstar is?
I'm going to sing my first single called Beat My Heart.
Okay.
Okay. When I stare into your eyes, you give me fever that's indescribable, girl. It's like voodoo that's so right. The type of magic that spins around in my mind got me mesmerized all day. Got me feeling for you in every sort of way. Girl, you got me so spellbound. What is it that you do? I can't get enough of you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Rickstar. I love when people that really can sing drop by the show. And that's exactly part of the reason why a lot of times we go through this process of reviewing music and like, oh, I like this person, they're okay, they can sing, but I don't really love the song. I mean, you really have the total package. First of all, I saw the video. The video is great. The song is great. We're gonna play that a little bit later on in tonight's show. I just feel like you have a really great sound, and I love the fact that you're calling all the way from London and doing all of this independently, and really trying to break not just into the London market, but you're really trying to break into the U.S. market where we love what you're trying to do. Last week when Brandy was here on the show, we talked about the state of R&B music. The state of R&B music here in the States is not doing well, especially for African American artists. I don't know what your cultural background is. Do you want to share with us?
My grandmother, she's Panamanian and Jamaican, and my parents are mostly Jamaican, but that's the mixture that I have, Panamanian and Jamaican.
Okay. So, we talked about this with other artists that have been here on the show, but we've seen a lot of success with R&B and soul with white artists versus, artists like Melanie Fiona and Jasmine Sullivan that are black artists that are doing the same kind of music but are not as successful. Have you found that with you coming up as an independent artist? Oh, gosh, yes. And it's really annoying because this is our sound. Like, we started the sound, and I give props to like everybody that comes with something, but it's just really annoying that now we have to kind of go down that whole like very pop route, and we can't really do what we really created. It's really annoying. I can hear the frustration.
But even when I was in America, the manager that I had at the time was saying that a few people were saying that they wanted me to do some urban songs. So they wanted me to go down a really like rugged urban route, which I wasn't feeling because that's just not me. When I go into the studio, I need to be able to feel what I'm singing. And when I'm on the stage, especially, I need to be able to perform to the best of my ability and love what I'm performing to.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I love R&B, I love soul, and I love all of that. And I love every style, but I just feel like this whole Motown thing really did suit me because I'm able to really perform to the best of my ability on the stage when I do it. So.
Most definitely. Again, guys, if you just tuned into TKIF, Think Kemp is Friday here on KEMPIREradio.com. You know we love to celebrate up-and-coming artists here. And the artist to watch tonight is, of course, Rickstar, calling all the way from London. I think this is one of the first times we've had someone call from London. We've had other parts of the world, but I think this is the first time, if I recall. You guys will have to remind me. But this is the first time we've actually had an artist call from London. And we appreciate you taking the time out. Because what time is it there?
It's like 2 o'clock now, like around like 2:10.
Wow. First of all, shout out to you, Rick, because you're definitely on your grind. And I said that is the difference between those artists that make it and those that do not. Because I emailed you last night just to confirm you to be here, and you got back to me. I'm like, wow, he's actually up.
I'm always working. I don't sleep. I'm always checking the emails.
Wow.
You never know what's gonna come through.
It's true. Look, like last night.
Yeah.
So, one thing I wanted to ask you, Rick, who are some of the influences? I know you have this whole kind of Motown new school vibe. Who are some of the people that you look to, growing up as, oh, I love this person. I'm studying this person to be a better artist. Who are some of those artists?
Oh, gosh, there's so many out there, man. Stevie Wonder. I love Stevie Wonder. I was brought up on him from a very young age. Mm-hmm. Marvin Gaye. The Supremes, and then people from the 90s, like Jodeci, Genuine, then going up to the late 90s, like Andre 3000. I love Andre 3000, love him, and Janelle Monáe, Amy Winehouse, obviously Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
There's so many, and Brandy as well, man. Her vocals.
Did you get a chance to listen to our interview last week?
Did I what, sir?
Did you get a chance to listen to our interview last week?
I looked at some of the clips.
Yes.
I haven't been able to look into everything because I just literally found out last night about it. But I'm gonna listen to it as soon as I get off the phone.
Brandy had a lot of great advice, I think, for when it comes to those that are trying to pursue music. I think she had a lot of great insight on the world. Shout out to Brandy for being here on the show. And like I said to you guys before, the full interview will be posted later this weekend. But right now we're here with Rickstar. Rick, first of all, let everybody know where they can get more music from you, where they can follow you, and just get familiar with your career.
You could go to my website. I'm always posting new things on my website. That's www.rickstaronline.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Rickstaronline. And you just find out everything on my website, basically. I just literally had an EP released as well, like a month ago, called Vintage Soul Modern Mind.
Nice.
And that did really well. We got lots of downloads and stuff, so I'm really excited about just all the support that everybody's been giving, really.
Oh, really? And we're really excited about you. First of all, there are certain elements to what makes someone great as an artist. First of all, definitely the music, definitely the passion, and definitely the humility. And that's one thing that rings true. And I'm sure everyone in the chat room on KEMPIREradio.com can say, I mean, you just come off as a very humble spirit. I want to also just, kind of throw our question of the night. Anytime we have guests here on the show, we always throw our question of the night to them. I'm not sure if you were familiar with the whole Nicki Minaj craziness that happened this week at the Summer Jam.
Yeah. I heard a bit about it.
Our question was, do you think Nicki Minaj should have still performed at Summer Jam despite being disrespected by Pete Rosenberg?
Oh, I'm not sure, because if she went on, and I heard, is it true the crowd was booing her and stuff like that?
Well, I think
after she was this,
I think they were predicting that she would have been booed because of what he said, and if she had performed that specific song, I don't think anyone specifically booed her at that point because she never hit the stage or anything like that.
Well, I think she should have performed, really, if that was the case, and she probably shouldn't have performed that song if it was going to be such a big thing. But I think she should have still, as a performer, she should have still gone and did what she was what she does. She should have still performed.
Most definitely.
What do you think about it?
Look, I'm on the fence. I see both sides of it. I see where, she has a lot of fans that
I
come.
yeah,
That came,
I see exactly where she's coming from as well.
because you don't want to be disrespected right before you, because as an artist, because I know as an artist, right before you come on, if someone was to say that about you, your game kind of gets thrown off. You're like, what?
Yeah,
You don't expect, the people that invited you to a show to come at you disrespectful about your music, what you're about to perform. But at the same time, as an artist, the show must go on because you do have people that paid good money and
hey,
travel
yes,
probably long and far just to see you perform. So it's like a double-edged sword. What can you do?
yeah.
Rickstar is here, and Rick, before we let you go, you have to sing again for us and remind everybody about everything that's coming up for you.
I'm currently working on another EP.
Okay.
That's going to be 10 tracks.
All right.
Also, I'll just be gigging. I'm planning on coming to New York in late August.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
I'm planning on maybe getting a few shows done down there. So I'll keep everybody posted on that. And you can go to my website, like I said, www.rickstaronline.com, and you can check out everything there.
Now, Rick, before we let you go, again, first of all, thank you
Yes.
for calling into tonight's show. You're definitely an artist to
Thank you for
watch.
having me, man. Thank you for having me.
We're definitely excited
Appreciate
about
it.
what you're trying to do, and definitely will be at one of your New York City shows. But
Yes.
before we let you go, you have to sing a little something for us before we play your actual single right now.
Okay, cool. I'll sing the Hanging On song that
Okay.
I've just released.
Okay.
Okay, girl, make up your mind. It's either you're in or you're out. You will or you won't let go of me. No longer spellbound. The pull that you had over me has been washed with strong liquor and burned. Stop hanging on to me. Set me free. Stop holding on to my heart. No longer a fantasy. What you had has been crashed and burned. So let it go, hit the road. My heart and soul need to be free. So stop holding on to what could have been. Ooh, it don't feel like you wanna be. If you don't really love me, then don't keep me hanging on.
Yes, at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
Rickstar,
man.
guys, make sure you guys check him out. We're gonna play the song. Rick, just stay on the line. We're gonna play your song.
All
Hanging
right.
on, let go. Rickstar, guys, make sure you check him out at Rickstar Online.
Yeah.